Good morning everyone. So we are discussing about sequences of sets. We have defined what is lim_sup, what is lim_inf. We have also defined what is meant by limit of a set. Let me revise it. We say that limit of a set exists if lim_sup and lim_inf are equal. Okay, limit of a sequence of sets exists if lim_sup and lim_inf are equal for that sequence of sets. Okay. Now today we are going to study few more things about sequences of sets. So let us start with the first one. So suppose I have a sequence of sets an. So an is suppose a non-decreasing sequence of sets. So it is basically increasing kind of sequence of sets. Okay. An is a non-decreasing sequence of sets, and we have to see what can I say about an then. In case of real sequences, we know that if a sequence is monotone increasing and if it is bounded above, then it converges to its least upper bound. If it is not bounded above, it goes to infinity, it diverges to infinity. If a sequence is monotone decreasing and bounded below, it converges to its greatest lower bound. If it's monotone decreasing but not bounded below, it diverges to minus infinity. So by a sequence being monotone, we already know a few things about the sequence. So today we will see if something similar can hold for a sequence of sets. That is, if I have a monotone sequence of sets, can I say something about its limit? Okay. So first we will start with non-decreasing and then we'll go for non-increasing case. Now An is a sequence of non-decreasing sets, means what I have is A1 is subset of A2 is subset of A3 and so on. See, I am not stopping at An. Whenever we have a sequence of sets, it is kind of infinite. I mean the number of sets in it is infinite because for every natural number I have one set. So this is what we have and we want to check what happens to the limit. So we know that if I want to check for limit, I have to go for lim_sup An and I have to go for lim_inf An. So lim_sup An, what is our definition? It is limit of supremums, so it is infimum of supremums. So in the set notations, it would be intersection union ak k greater than or equal to n greater than or equal to 1. Okay, this is our definition of lim_sup. So yesterday we called this as Bn, I think. Okay, so this part as Bn, and then we similarly defined lim_inf of An as union over n greater than or equal to 1 intersection over k greater than or equal to n ak, and this part we called as Cn. Okay, so we'll try to compute these. So first let us try to compute what is Bn. So Bn is union over k greater than or equal to n ak. In the current context we'll try to see. So Bn is union over k greater than or equal to n ak. So in the current context Bn, so let me suppose compute B1. B1 is A1 union A2 and so on. Okay, then B2 is A2 union A3 union A4 and so on. So what I know about AIs is that AIs are kind of increasing, right? We have written it down here. See, A1 is subset of A2. So since A1 is subset of A2, what I know is A1 union A2 would actually be only A2 because A2 is the bigger set. Okay, so we'll use that. So what I know is this A2, this particular A2, this can also be written as A1 union A2. Okay, and rest of the things I'll keep as it is. So A3 union A4 and so on. Okay. So what I have is B2 is actually equal to B1. Okay. Can I write the same thing for B3? Yes, B3 will be A3 union A4 and so on. But we know since A1 is subset of A2 is subset of A3, A3 can also be written as A1 union A2 union A3. Okay. So B3 would also be equal to B1, and hence in general what we have concluded is Bn is equal to B1 for every n greater than or equal to 1. Okay, and B1 is basically union over all ans. That is my definition of B1. Okay, so with this my lim sup is going to be intersection of all bn's, but because every bn is same, it would simply be b1, which is nothing but union over an n greater than or equal to 1. Okay, so my lim sup of an, I should write lim sup of an is actually this union over all an's. Okay, now let us see what can we say about lim inf. For lim inf, I need Cn. So Cn was intersection over k greater than or equal to n ak. That is my definition of Cn. If you can go back, you can check. So my C1 would be A1 intersection A2 and so on. Okay. Now again, we know A1 is subset of A2 and so on. So what we have is actually something like this is A1, this is A1, this is A2, this is A3, something like that, right? Increasing. As a result, intersection of all of them is just A1, the smallest set. So C1 is A1. Similarly, C2 would be A2 intersection A3 and so on. So C2 would simply be A2 because I am starting now intersection from A2. So this set onwards. So A1 is not there, but A2 is still there. Okay. I mean A1 is part of A2, so it is there as part of A2, but intersection would actually be this part, entire thing. Okay. And so on. So if I continue in a similar manner, what I have is Cn is equal to An for every n. Okay, because you start intersection from that set, that is actually the smallest set, so you get this. Okay, and now my by definition of lim inf, my lim inf An is union over all Cn's. Cn's I know are nothing but An's, so it is union over all An's n greater than or equal to 1. Okay, so what I conclude is, now this is my definition of lim inf, and we have already seen that lim sup is also union n. So basically lim sup and lim inf are the same. Okay, so I can conclude that lim sup an is equal to lim inf an is equal to union an. So what we have concluded is, if I have a non-decreasing sequence of sets, its limit always exists and that limit is equal to the union over all the sets. Okay. Now can we have a similar result for non-increasing sequence of sets? So yes, yes, we can have similar result. Let me write down the result. So let an be the non increasing, because we talked about non decreasing, so we have to move ahead. So a and b non increasing sequence of sets then limit an exists, okay, oh I'm sorry, limit an exists and is equal to intersection over all ans. Okay, it is equal to intersection over all ans. This is important result. We can prove it in exactly similar manner that we did the earlier proof. So we will compute Bn, we'll compute Cn, and then we'll prove that lim_inf and lim_sup both are equal to intersection. Okay, but since the proof is almost similar, I am going to leave this as homework. Okay, so this is your homework. Okay, now we'll do a couple more results. I'm sorry. Now we'll do a couple more results in the similar manner. So, okay, so we know now how to define limit. So, suppose I have something, I know something about lim_sup and lim_inf n. Can I say something about their complements? Okay, so lim_sup n complement, lim_inf n complement, and so on. Let us try to see what I can say about them. So, what we want to worry about is lim_sup of an complement, suppose. So I know something about lim_sup n and lim_inf n. Can I use that to say something about lim_sup of n complement? So lim_sup of n complement by definition would be limit of supremum. So intersection over union ak, k greater than or equal to n greater than or equal to 1. But instead of ak I have to take ak complement, because I am talking about lim_sup of an. I am talking about lim_sup of n complement. So here I would have ak complement. Okay. So this would be equal to, now we know something about the complements and unions and intersections. We know the famous De Morgan's law, right? Everyone remembers? What does De Morgan's law tell us? It tells us that union over complements is same as intersection over original set whole complement, and union over original set whole complement is equal to intersection over individual complements. So intersection AK complement, right now this union, this intersection let me keep as it is, intersection n greater than equal to 1. Now I'll focus only on this part. So union of AK complements is nothing but intersection of AK whole complement by De Morgan's law. So it would be intersection of AK whole complement where k is greater than or equal to n. Okay, and again we'll use De Morgan's law. So intersection of something complement is same as union of that thing whole complement. Okay, so this is further equal to union of that thing. So AK k greater than or equal to n whole complement. Okay. And what do I know about this inside thing? Union of intersection AK is nothing but lim inf an. Okay. So what we have concluded is lim sup of an complement is same as lim inf of an whole complement. Understand the difference. Here complement is to the individual an's. Here complement is of the entire lim inf. Okay. So what we have concluded just now or proved just now is lim sup of an complement is same as lim inf of an whole complement. And now homework is the similar result, that is lim inf of an complement you have to prove is same as lim sup of an whole complement. Okay, that is your homework. Okay, lim inf of an complement is same as lim sup of an whole complement. Now can I use this result to get something more interesting? Okay, so if I know that an is a convergent sequence and an converges to some limit a, can I now use this result to say something about an complement? That's the natural question. Because if I have a result about an complement, I should use it somewhere. So that is our next theorem, if you want to call it theorem, corollary, whatever you want. So let an be convergent sequence of sets let n be a convergent sequence of sets and an goes to a. Okay, an converges to a. Then an complement converges to a complement. Okay, an complement converges to a complement. So we are actually saying two things via this statement. First, we are saying that an complement converges, and we are also saying that it converges to a complement. Okay, so let us try to prove. So what I am given is an converges to a. It means what I know is lim sup an is same as lim inf an, and both those are equal to a. So what is given to me, generally it is better to write down all the things that are known to us and then write down what we want to prove, so that finally we can find a connection. So what is given to us is lim sup an is equal to lim inf an is equal to a. This is known to us. Okay, lim sup n is equal to lim inf n is equal to a, and what I want to prove is lim sup an complement is same as lim inf an complement is same as a complement. This is what I want to prove. So this is the given part, this is the part to be proved. So let us start with the part which we want to prove and let us see what we know about it. So lim sup an complement, let us try to compute. So lim sup an complement, by the result that we proved just before this, can also be written as lim inf an whole complement. We saw this result just now. Lim sup an complement is same as lim inf an whole complement. What I also know is lim inf an is same as lim sup an. So this is also known as lim sup an whole complement. and lim sup n whole complement would be same as liminf n complement. Okay, this is same as liminf n complement. So what we proved just now is lim sup n complement is same as liminf n complement. But we don't have to stop here. We can also find a bypass from here. So this we wrote as lim sup of an whole complement. Lim sup of an is a. So this is nothing but a complement. Or from this step also I can write liminf of an is a. So this is nothing but a complement. Hence lim sup n complement is equal to liminf n complement, and both those are equal to a complement. Hence we conclude that an complement converges to a complement. That is our conclusion. Okay. Now, where can we use this result? So I have given you some homework. So we did a proof at the beginning of today's lecture. We proved that if an is an increasing, that is if an is a non-decreasing sequence of sets, then an converges to the union of all ans. Okay. And I gave you homework that if an is a decreasing, that is non-increasing sequence of sets, then we are supposed to prove that an converges to intersection of all of them. So can we use this current result there? Okay, so let us try. So first question, if I know that